The freaking disclaimer, eh? Come on. Warning, this video contains diabolical stuff. If you're not ready for it, then click off this video and watch it later. You have been warned. Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Yeah, you know what time it is.
Saturday, possibly 3 p.m.
Now, me personally, the Chapter 5 was extremely disappointed. Of Postra, of course, getting geeked out over the prototype, even we already met the character. And he was actually gooning him a bit too much that has turned to a whole new level of being a narcissist. Which is the only reason why humanity has to be extinct, by the way. We cannot forget about Quidivan play the Chapter 5 with his two more buddies, Tax and the other guy. Deep Cow as always making more funny clips. And Markiplier crashing out because of course the chapter was completely bad and he will never play the game ever again. Now instead of just ignoring because I was never interested about Poppy Playtime and the franchise, I decided to make the first video about it, talking about the chapter and the prototype, which is later on. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off something positive, then we're gonna start off with everything weird, and of course we're gonna end up the video with something negative. Now, you really understand what am I into? Good. And with all being said, let's go! Poppy Playtime, in my personal opinion, this is actually a good game for me. And ever since I realized this was a full puzzle game, I was literally looking like Jan Tron talk about some.
Finally, a game system for me!
And ever since it was released, this was a whole mystery. Like, why are we doing this? Why Huggy Wuggy is chasing us, getting us off guard, and trying to kill us for no reason? And to avoid this Huggy Wuggy, we had to pull up that box and send him straight to the abyss of darkness. Now, this was off to a great start, and that's gonna lead us to the second chapter. Now, recently, we had to make ourselves to a green hand that can charge electricity. And it was all because of Mommy Longlegs getting us off guard by ripping the red hand. And it was revealed that she indeed kidnapped Poppy. And Mommy Longlegs having the same Joker speech, talk about some
Batman, let's play a game.
No!
There is a train in the hallway so you can able to escape the toy factory. However, to able to do that, you must play 3 of my games. The first game is a memory game, but not just a color game, it's also a memory of color, shapes, and sizes. And when you keep getting everything wrong, then the birthday rabbit hole will get getting closer to you to crush your whole dumb piece regardless. And when you reach the final round, which is a whole ultra instinct seizure, there's a secret button that is running around you and you have to press it before it's actually too late. The second game is Whack the Mini Huggy Wuggies that you must be careful because it's very dark. And the final game is Red Light, Green Light, but the flashing lights. So if the lights are off, you can able to move. But when the lights are on, you can look around but not move any single muscle. And if you manage to reach 3 of my games without cheating, that will let Mr. Poppies go, so you can use the train to escape the factory scot-free. I can actually say all of that if that was April Fool's. Because fast forward to the chapter, she comes out of nowhere extremely pissed and she says that we was cheating. Ending with the final game that is hide and seek. And I guess that we just made it was absolutely for nothing. Now you have to die by the brutal way possible so the proto fraud type can take one of your arms. And now we can move on to chapter 3. And the chapter 3 was actually a banger. So the chapter starts with an episode from the 90s called The Smiling Critters. And I actually took notes from this animator. So the show starts out with Dog Day and his friends not able to sleep because there's a huge storm happening at midnight. And I'm not gonna lie, I would be straight up pissed if I owls in the show. Because what is Mother Nature even doing at this point? And when they actually felt that they will never take a risk like an average Marvel Rivals user. And yeah, I'm still dissing on those narcissistic motherfuckers. And the game is actually dying because for the second they drop. You dirty ass no-lifers. I know what type of people you are. But anyway, back to the show when they actually thought they were never able to sleep. Catnap pulls it off the show and it was revealed that he is not okay.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
So everybody watching thought to themselves be like, oh, that's Catnap. Maybe Catnap's gonna throw his sleep gas so everybody can able to sleep. Nothing gonna go wrong, right? Right? This man Catnap kills everybody with his laughing gas.
You what?
Yep. Like Catnap is already catching bodies and we just already started the chapter. Like, damn, you were gonna start off like that? And the news reporter didn't even help. They just made it the whole entire show and the franchise getting cancelled forever. Now fast forward to the chapter and we see our boy Dog Day got dirty. I mean, look at him. He has no legs and he's wrapping up like something freaky is about to happen. And he basically says that Catnap is worshipping the proto-frog type because he thought that he's quote-unquote a god. So you're telling me that Catnap did all this monstrosity because he was worshipping the proto-frog type? That is like worshipping Danzo for being a frog Kage. And after we defeated Catnap, the proto-frog type's hands appears through the roof. And he's over there thinking to his head that he's quote-unquote God is gonna save him and of course fix this mess, right? Oh no, he ended up killing him and taking his sleep gas because he doesn't tolerate failure, even though he's one of them. So you mean a statue for the robotic guy with no parts of shame and you ended up dying after? Yeah, buddy, you're a whole embarrassment and a disappointment of your whole legacy. Because you did all that things right for nothing just to make you stupid. As for Dog Day, yeah, I'm not sugarcoated. He died because of the little creature was crawling on his inside and basically turned him into a bad guy. And instead of the developers letting player to help that damn thing because he got tortured God knows how many years, we had to let him die like that?
Please, give my man a break.
He already got punished a lot more than a lot less. If we actually save Dog Day at this situation, and of course getting his legs back, will be an easy way to complete the chapter. And if he didn't die in chapter 3, then imagine Dog Day in chapter 4 and 5, if you think about it. But you know, nobody doesn't want it to change, so yeah, that sucks.
Huh?
¡Hola!
¡Chingas pa' tu madre, cabrón!
Tu madre tiene una joya que ya la quisiera.
¡Ay, culo!
You know what's weird about Poppy Playtime? All the characters blames on you for absolutely no reason at all.
It was you who ruined everything!
You? What did you do?
It's all your fault!
The outsider.
So let me get the main first of all of the characters mistreating the player. And yes, we're gonna talk about a little bit about the proto-frog type special. And this guy is already show up thinking that he's aura farming, getting extremely pissed. This is the exact same design of Pompey for the Mason Digital Circus with the Eye of Insolence with it. This is the exact same face and color when Dre was showing his face reveal and then it got cloud on after. And speaking of his chopped face, he doesn't look like he smoked a pack of cigarettes. Nah, this is the exact same face of someone devours the packs. Like 12 of them, every single day. This man have the same color as a pack. This man is smoking himself. But anyway, Poppy asks about the orphans and what the proto-frog type did to them. Guess what the spoiled brat says. And you know what the first move he does? Girl, who told you to speak, you spoiled ass bitch? Well, damn. She almost about to get the catnap treatment and she got quiet after. back what I was saying, the only reason why I'm saying that the proto-frog type is pissed is because Poppy repay him to an outsider, which is us. And the only thing that he can repay her is by crushing her face, getting her unconscious, and blame on us after. And this may be greedy was not done yet. Cause he catches the spoiled brat lagging and he bangs her off unconscious. Like, brother, why? This was so unnecessary. So this clanker, yeah, I'm calling him a clanker, shut up.
Let's fuck up your asses.
Not only did a greedy decision, it was the stupidest one. Now your sleep gas is getting snatched and run away like a bitch. Cause this is one of the characters that cannot fight back. This clanker is giving Donso competition. And after all that stupidity happened, guess what? You know what? Let's forget it. You could all see it. And speaking of spoiled brat, did not realize that she is literally a kid who has sexual content about her to little children, and they're still here on 2026. Like, are you? I'm going to the next clip. The next weird thing about this game is about Dog Day, and of course, Dog Day. How in the world? No. Screw that. How in the actual flying fuck do you let catnap get away with it outsmarting you? So you're trying to stop a cartoon character version of Lord Beerus from Dragon Ball with your team, by the way, and you're still getting violated after? And just for remind you, Dog Day is not just any regular victim. He is the whole leader. So the fact that you let bullshit like that slide is insane. Imagine you're the leader of jumping someone's ass, and then you got a whole team to help you, and then you're still getting treatment like Yancha. That is a whole damn shame. So after all that taken care of, let's talk about you. And yes, I met all of you. I'm talking about to the people who has a big obsession with the word for. And for those who are clearly don't understand, and for those who try to expose me for it, I'm gonna call the editor to post this so I can explain the nasty shit. So you need to tell me that you actually like that type of shit and you feel no shame about it. Sometimes I feel like the Zero Motors play was the correct thing to do. Because let's be real, these people does not deserve to live. Dude, this big fella just put you inside of his mouth because of course, the proto-frog type. And you're telling me that you got hyped over that? I mean, I'm not even surprised. There's like a lot of people who are actually into that. I am like extremely disgusted. And Austin, what do you think you're going after what you just said?
Must have been so warm and humid.
Stop! Ugh. Imagine how it smelled.
Very moist.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
911. Officer, right there. FBI, come on in, fella.
Like, I don't know who deserves more jail time in this situation. And I swear to God, you people need help, you need Jesus, and some of you need to die. Okay, that was like a big extreme, but still. Also, yes, I'm exposing a lot of these individuals who are into that stuff, cause you are a bunch of freaks. I know you're into that Fisdom OnlyFans special. So you see these people who like that type of stuff, including these 3 individuals, unfollow and subscribe immediately. And now for our final topic to finish off this video. Today we're exposing one of the most pathetic villains, the proto-frog type. And yes, I'm gonna keep calling him because of this narcissist, the proto-frog type, because I refuse to describe and call him as a real prototype. And it's going to be the final boss XL. So grab your popcorn and get snacked on. And let's get this frog watch started. Well, damn. Took you long enough, dickhead. So the final boss special starts off with Huggy Wuggy and getting you off guard. And he realized that Kesey is indeed alive. And when he was about to be the part of the team, the proto-frog type backstabs him out of nowhere. And brother, this was one of the most infuriating son of a bitches that I consider this rage bait. The first thing that we just saw him do is running away like a bitch, and now he came back to ruin the best moment? Like, excuse Excuse me, brother? Okay, now he's getting me pissed off because this is some bullshit. I refuse to get over it after what he just did. Now, to avoid to get damaged, you have to avoid the prototype metal flaws by the windows and the roof. And you have to do this 3 different times. And once you finish with the first one, you have to pull up those 2 pipes to stay him away from the train. But the prototype is not gonna let that slide that easily. And the second thing that you have to do is put a battery and a cable to this electric machine to electrocute that bomb to stay away from the train. Now, we're finally getting over something. And the fact that they made it so good, it reminds me of Thomas and Lady getting chased out by Diesel. You cannot tell me nothing about it. Now, the second part of the train is avoiding a lot of budget smoosh just to see the most dumbest things that the prototype did. The prototype hops on the train just to get freezed out.
You serious?
Brother, I don't know what type of crack are you smoking on, but I'm not into that. But the only thing that I know that you're gonna deal a lot of damage with those explosions. This clanker have the worst reaction time. This man made the same mistake twice. He sucks. He have every single body part of every single boss fight, and he's still ass. You cannot get more sorry than this. How are you losing? This man's a level 9 threat and he's ass. And just look at this right here. He is standing there doing nothing again, just to Giblet warn us about a dead end so we can jump off the train and dealing more damage again. This man is trash. His pathetic KD ratio is in the dirt and he's done cooked. Okay, but let me just stop the video for a moment, cause this video is gonna be hitting on the prototype instead of just talking about the game. And before we end another video, Austin.
Okay, you need to relax.
Second, Quidivin, this is for you. If chapter 6 is coming out, I'm gonna watch your stream. And yes, I will force myself to watch your stream and see what happens next. However, here's the thing. If the prototype gets defeated or fully destroyed in the next chapter, then yeah. Your friend's getting bullied, of course, getting clowned on because of dick riding. Sorry, not sorry. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys actually enjoyed the video. And like I said to my disclaimer, do not harass anybody who's in my video. This is all just for jokes and of course entertain you guys. And if you do harass all these people who's in my video, then yeah, you are really pathetic. And anyways, yeah, subscribe.